talking stress, only work it kinda vicious, like somebody taking pictures. Shut it down, down, down. Shut it down.
What's up, you guys? I'm Tater Gemini, and welcome to the podcast Unpopular Opinion, where on this podcast, we will discuss relationships, the everyday struggles of our generations, healing, and much more. This podcast can and will be full of unpopular opinions, but hey, unpopular opinions can't hurt, right? So with that being said, stay tuned because this podcast starts now. What's up, you guys? It's Tater Gemini, and welcome to a new episode of my podcast, Unpopular Opinion. And I got a special guest for you guys today. You want to say what's up to the camera?
Yo, Destiny Des.
Alright, today's episode is called Honesty or Security. Alright, so like I said, when I have a special guest, I like to start the podcast off with a game. So you cool with that?
Yeah, let's get it.
Alright, we're going to get straight into the game. Today's game is called Ghetto Pass. Alright, so it's basically like a card game. I'm going to ask you questions. You're going to get answer choices A through D. And yeah, you just pick which one is the ghetto way.
Alright, gotcha.
Alright, so this say, finish this saying. What you do in the dark, A, is always fun. B, is best never done. C, will be hidden. Or D, will come to the light.
D will come to the light.
Hello, alright. Alright. You know what you talking about.
Let's see.
Alright, the next question say, Lil Wayne started a clothing brand name. A, Weezy F Baby. B, Tunchi. C, Truck Fit. Or D, Louisiana.
Chuck Fit.
Yeah. Truck Fit. Everybody know that, you know.
Nah, for real.
Grew up on that shit. Alright. This one say, finish this saying. One monkey. And then it say A, is all I need. B, 2 kids and a dog. C, don't stop no show. Or D, will perform.
One monkey don't stop no show.
Yeah. Alright. So this one a little different. Alright, you ready?
Alright, let's get
You got
it.
your phone on you?
Yeah, come on.
Alright. So this one say, play a song or name a song that will get your Name a song that will get your family reunion going.
Let's do it like this.
Show me something. What's gonna get your family going? You feel me?
I'm gonna start it like this.
Whoa. Alright. If you don't know that, you too young.
Nah,
you
for real.
You really young.
Just go be put up.
Yeah, just go. Exit now, okay? Alright, so I got another one for you. What's the answer to who broke the TV? Alright? So your mama, your daddy, your auntie, you know, they come in. Who broke the TV? A, what had happened was. B, I did it. C, I don't know. D, Tony and them.
See, I'm the only child, so I gotta go what happened was. You hear me?
Shit, I'm not the only child, and that's what I'm here for. What happened was.
Not for real.
You feel me? Alright, I'm gonna go through a couple more, like 3 more, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so we say, what movie was the character Nunu in? And I'm not giving you no answer choices.
ATL, ho.
Hey.
ATL, ho.
Alright, let me see if I can find a little hard one, cause this one too. Alright, you a sneakerhead, right?
Come on, let's get it.
Alright. What is the first Air Jordans to feature patent leather in the design? A, 9s, B, 10s, C, 11s, or D, 12s?
11.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get
Talk
it.
your shit then. Okay. Talk your shit then. Alright. What movie was this line off of? Who drank my apple juice? I'm not giving you answer choices no more.
Who drank my apple juice, Jody?
No.
That's wrong.
Yes.
Let me see.
So look, answer choices. A, Paper Soldiers. B, Barbershop. C, Get Out.
I'm tripping. Eve said,
Yes.
Who drank my apple juice?
Yes. Alright, y'all, we're gonna go to the last one. The last one, you know what I'm saying? I think. Alright. So since this just happened, you know what I'm saying? Who is the most nominated woman in Grammy history? A, Janet Jackson. B, Mariah Carey. C, Mary J. Blige. Or D, Beyonce.
I feel like falling
in love. This girl goofy, man. Alright, y'all. We just wanted to do a little icebreaker, warm up to me, Alright, so we're going to get straight into the episode. And as I said before, this episode is called Honesty or Security. And basically, this episode is going to be talking about relationships. Alright? Not platonic ones. Relationships. Relationships. Okay, so the first topic I got, the first question I got, what are your ideas of a healthy relationship?
I'm gonna say communication.
Okay. Keep going, my bad.
Communication. You have to be open and ready to listen to one another. So I'm gonna say understanding. Definitely have to be understanding. And third, everything gotta be true. Like, it gotta be honest. Like, it gotta be real.
Okay.
Like, nothing left behind.
All right. Since you named 3, I was gonna say, what are your top 3 traits? But do you feel like those are your top 3?
That's my top 3.
All right. So what you had said: communication,
understanding, and honesty.
All right. A little basic, the basic shit. Now I'm gonna list my traits. Okay. Just to get the conversation going, to get your mind going. And I know it's hard to only name 3, so I'm gonna come with that shit. You ready?
Okay. Let's see.
All right. So what I got on my list is trustworthy / honest. So you had that too. You know what I'm saying? Self-awareness, meaning like coming healed and having a sense of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to keep working with a motherfucker that ain't healed. So I think that's one of my biggest traits. All right, and I feel like you gotta have attraction, gotta be there.
Yeah, for shit show.
For shit show. And I ain't even just talking about looks. I'm talking about just like attraction. Like, you gotta have that vibe. Okay, and the next one for me is communication. You said that being able to articulate and understand. That's what I put. Being gentle when shit get hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody want no tough Tony all the time.
Nah, for real.
And stability, accountability, emotional intelligence, being mature, loyal, faithful, and secure. So what you think about any of them? Because I named a lot. I hit you with that shit.
Loyalty, for sure. Especially in this generation. Definitely loyalty. You don't know what somebody got under their sleeve.
Okay.
Self-awareness, I can kind of say that because you never know how you can react and how somebody else might take it in a relationship. So you got to kind of learn, yourself before you give it off to somebody else.
All right. So I'm glad you touched on loyalty. Our generation, they big on this loyalty over love shit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, as I said before, the name of the podcast is Honesty Over Security. Now, understand that the traits that I name are just, traits that's in one person. You know what I'm saying? Both people got to have those traits when you're in a relationship. And I think our generation failed to understand it. They want one motherfucker to have all the traits, and they feel like they could just, it got to be a mutual thing.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I definitely agree.
All right. So, I feel like honesty, basically, so the name of the title, I'm just get right into it. I feel like honesty goes hand in hand with loyalty, and I feel like security go hand in hand with love. Now let me explain. So I feel like when a motherfucker being dishonest, or you doing this and that, I'm giving an example. I feel like you more so trying to just secure a motherfucker. If you doing what you want to do and you being dishonest, you would choose security over, honesty. And when I think of security, I think of like I said, when I think of security, I think of love. Like, cause you will love a motherfucker, but just want them around. Want to be secure with a motherfucker. So basically, loyalty go hand in hand with honesty, and security go hand in hand with love. And I don't know if that made sense, but it makes sense to me.
I feel it.
All right, so let's just get right into it. I'm gonna ask a lot of questions this episode.
I'm ready.
So I don't know how personal you trying to get.
I'm ready. Ladies, don't take no offense to this. Nobody.
No offense.
But
don't say no name.
We finna get into it.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna answer the questions back too. Like, I ain't just gonna put you on Front Street.
I got you.
But were there ever a time that you chose security over honesty? And if so, do you regret it? Or what would you have done differently?
Not in my adult life, I would say. But it depends on how a person move, I say. Because somebody could be dishonest because they don't want to hurt your feelings. and they still make you feel secure. But then again, it's still gonna end out to hurt in the end. So I think I gotta. I don't know.
See, that's how I feel about it. So I feel like motherfuckers they'll be dishonest because they want to keep you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like motherfuckers be lying and being dishonest just to have security over you, like to keep you. Versus motherfuckers just being straight up, being honest, giving you your free will and giving you a choice whether you want to be with that person or not. I feel like that's loyalty. Cause if I'm loyal to you, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like it kind of play hand in hand. It's not the exact same thing, but I feel like it play hand in hand. Motherfuckers don't choose loyalty; they choose security. Cause I just want you around, so I ain't gonna tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying?
I done been in that situation, so I do understand. But like I said, you don't never want to hurt nobody's feelings, especially if you fucking with them for real.
Explain. That's what you here for.
Like,
Tell me about the situation.
saying.
Tell us about the situation.
Okay. So, say you want to fuck with a motherfucker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. You finally get that motherfucker. You get the person you want. Doing good. You got some other shit going on, though. But you don't want them to know about, you know?
Okay.
So, you kind of like give it to them, but you don't give it to them all the way.
See, I get what you're saying.
You give a little bit just to get something back, you know? You
So-
don't want to give everything, but then it can blow up in your face, but sometimes that's not the case all the time, though.
Okay, so I know a lot of people gonna agree with you. Like, give a little bit so you can get them, get the person. But see, I'm on the opposite end of the fence. I'm coming straight up honest with it because I feel like honesty go a long way for real. Like, I know a lot of people be like, well, you girls be asking for honesty but can't take it when we give it to your ass.
Yeah.
I feel like at the end of the day, whether I can take it or not, you was honest. So it's giving me a choice to do, it's you taking my free will if you're not being honest with me. Like, just to try to get me.
Yeah.
And I think that's so manipulative.
It is, but I had to learn from that, though.
All right, tell me about
So
it.
I had to learn from that. It's a certain situation had me learning things that I really didn't understand in an adult relationship.
Right.
A lot of times, sometimes you just want somebody around because you got them around. And they don't mean that all, that ain't love all the time. Sometimes that could just be, like you said, security. I just want to feel secure. And it can be love, but sometimes it can't.
Right.
You just want the security from a person. So it just depends. Like, a situation could change you into a whole different person.
Right.
So, like, for example, I went through a situation where I gave a little bit and I wasn't giving enough, though. And enough got me to a place where, damn, we ain't even, like, talking no more. And I really wanted that motherfucker.
It gotta be a balance, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I said earlier, like, one person can't possess all the traits, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, y'all both gotta be coming with shit when you in a relationship. And I think that's what our generation fail to understand. We just be wanting one motherfucker to do everything, or we just be, let me put it like this, and this is a good example. You know how bitches, you take a bitch on a date for the first time, she automatically wants you to pay, right or wrong. But this becomes a problem. Like, she always thinks you're supposed to pay for her. Not saying nothing wrong with it, but bitches nowadays, the generation be asking for shit up front that they cannot reciprocate.
Yeah.
And if you can't reciprocate something, you should not be asking for it. In a relationship, that's how I feel personally. And this with traits and shit too. You can't ask me to be honest with your ass if you're not honest with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't ask me to be loyal to you if you're not loyal to me. And I feel like our generation it's not a balance in our generation.
It's not a balance, but it could come from shit in your past traumas,
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, like, it's gonna take something for you to actually learn yourself in a relationship with somebody else. Yeah, you got a relationship with yourself, but can you handle a relationship with somebody else?
Yeah.
So once you can't do nothing till you learn yourself.
And that's the problem. A lot of people don't know themselves
They don't.
at all. Like, they get in these relationships and lose themselves and never even find themselves before they come with a motherfucker. And my thing is, you gotta come ready. Like, if you ready to take that step, you gotta be ready to take that step. Motherfuckers come with all type of baggage and some more shit. Like, you have to be ready when it comes to relationships. Like, and you also gotta be willing to, like I said, going back to the title, be honest and not just be selfish or just want me here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be willing to be honest.
You gotta be open and honest.
You gotta be open and honest with a motherfucker. Our generation has completely forgot about that. Like, and I know my previous experience, I ain't always been the honest type. You know, I had my, like you said, my first share in the past, but it never ended up well. Like, dead
Yeah.
ass, what was done in the dark always came to light. Whether it was 2 years later, 3 years later, you're going to get caught. Like,
It's because when you go into a relationship, you gotta start off with honesty. Like, if that's somebody you pursuing and you really want to pursue that person, you gotta start off with honesty. If it's somebody you just want to fuck with, I just want to fuck with them on the side, entertain them, then that's different.
right.
But if it's somebody you pursuing, like, oh, I can see this as my girl, or then yeah, I'll be honest with you. Like, we could keep it a buck. But
all the time. The rest of the relationship.
Yeah.
So basically you saying in the beginning y'all gotta establish that it's gonna be some honest type shit and
Yeah.
that's what we gonna do.
Yeah, this
You
what
just
it
not
is.
gonna do it out the gate.
No, I'm gonna do it off the gate. But if I feel something ain't right on your end, then I'm gonna start holding back myself.
Alright, I ain't trying to cut you off. Let me stop you right there, cause our generation got this shit bad too. Alright, and y'all know what it is. Y'all heard the intro. We specifically talking about our generation, our people.
Okay.
So you said like if you feel something ain't right?
Mm-hmm.
I personally feel like our generation mistake intuition and assumptions. Like they mistake that shit a lot. Like it's two different things from having intuition and assuming some shit. It's a real thin line. So could you explain like if you feel something off with no evidence, you just feel it?
Yes. For example, say we're going out.
Mm-hmm.
We out. Boom. We out. You might see somebody you know. The
Alright.
person I'm with might see somebody they know. The girl I'm with might see somebody she know. And you get a vibe off of them, speaking or you gonna get that vibe. Like you feel what I'm saying? If it's friendly, you gonna know. If it ain't friendly, you gonna know.
I feel like though, look, I'm giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. Speaking, that's like a thin ass line, and it's crazy because I just had this conversation with my friend.
It depends on how it is approached.
Okay, so let's give you an example. You and your girl at the club, right?
We at the club.
Motherfucker walk up on your girl, what's up, so and so, I ain't seen you in a long time, this and this and that. They kind of branch out from you,
Yeah,
and they face another way. She laughed, they laughed.
yeah.
What you taking with that?
First off, I'm gonna ask what's going on. Who is this?
Off real?
Off real?
You're not gonna let your girl come back and be like, oh, baby, that was my cousin, this and that.
No.
What?
No. If they come and do that, then I respect it. If they come tell me, if you come tell me, hold on, or even if you pause and say, hold on, babe, this is such and such, I'm finna go.
Right.
If you just go and I'm looking like, who is this, and you ain't telling me who this is, then
I feel like that's a thin line, because it really depends. Because I feel like if a motherfucker grab my bitch or whatever and speak and they talk, I'm probably gonna try to read lips because I'm nosy in the motherfucker.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get on this hoe and lie. Like,
yeah.
I ain't got it all. I'm gonna be sitting there trying to read their lips. But I feel like I'm not gonna automatically be like, what the fuck going on?
Yeah.
I'm just be like, who's that?
Yeah. That's what I'm
Now,
saying.
if your explanation a little rocky, then I'm gonna go tap her.
But you gonna tell if that explanation rocky. You gonna be like, if they give you kind of like, oh, this, then you gonna get to thinking like, hold on, who is who? Cause I ain't never even heard of.
I feel it, but I feel like we be assuming a lot more than just going out.
But this another example. You just meet somebody and they hearing stuff from other people.
Right.
They could get the assumption of what they hearing from other people and take that into what y'all got established, and that can mess up some relationship too.
What you mean?
All right, I just meet somebody.
Mm-hmm.
This person probably know a few of my friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
They gonna say, oh, Destiny, she do this, and that. She gonna treat me as this, and that. That's another thing in this generation. I don't think that should be done. Learn me for yourself.
Okay.
Learn me for yourself.
You saying people will go based off what the
Yeah.
And I swear to God, you hit it right on the nose because I've experienced it. Like,
Nah,
just
for real.
because I did this with my ex or that's how because you don't know what the dynamic of the relationship
Mhm.
was. You feel me? You just listening to your friend or you listen to a motherfucker that thought they knew me. But in our reality, motherfuckers don't be behind closed doors in your
Nah,
relationship.
for
Like,
real.
they not there at night when motherfuckers turn texting, you know what I'm saying? But you see me dog pass out in public, or you see me talking to what you call, and then you running and sending your mouth to my bitch. I feel what you're saying. In our generation, and I personally feel like that just goes to motherfuckers, like you said, learn the motherfucker for yourself. And that's even with friends, they got that shit bad. Motherfuckers will listen to what they did and automatically think, no, bitch, you don't know the dynamic of the relationship.
What happened,
No, I feel that. I totally agree with that. Our generation do have that bad. So, to stay on topics with your little gears, okay, I feel like this is a broad question. Do you feel like the people in our generation, like, on from what you see in social media, in person, do you feel like they value being honest with a motherfucker or just keeping a motherfucker secure? More. Which one you feel like you see more often, or which one you feel like we value as a whole more?
This generation, security.
For sure, I agree.
Security. Motherfuckers that just want to be with somebody because they look good.
Hell yes. Lustful as fuck. Lustful. Don't even have a connection with a motherfucker. You just there because you don't want the next motherfucker to have a pretty bitch.
You hear me?
That is crazy. I'm glad you said
it. It's bad out here. It's bad out here. Or for example, females go after niggas that look like money and could be shit at home.
True.
So I mean, that's the thing now. If a motherfucker got money, I'm good. I ain't even worried about him loving, like, nah.
So you basically saying it's more so for our generation, more so how it make us.
It's an attraction.
It's
It's a big attraction. It depends on how you look, what you got on, what you driving.
Oh yeah.
Like what kind of job you got.
I feel like that's what more so with like females. Females got that shit bad as hell, and with niggas it's body, it's face. It's, you know what I'm saying? So,
and that's only why they want to secure something with somebody. They don't even. You will never even know how that person is.
No, I totally agree. Just from like experiencing that shit, I feel like our generation really value just being able to say they try, so to say, own a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And that's where we fuck up at, because you don't own nobody. You're just in a relationship with them. But I feel like that comes with growing in a relationship and knowing, like, okay, maturing, like, I don't own this person. Like, we just in a relationship. That's just a title. That's just stating that you're my partner, but you're not my property type shit. So motherfuckers in our generation definitely want to just secure some shit, want to make shit, like you said, make them look, want shit that make them look good type shit. So I totally agree. And the crazy thing is, I feel like where the maturity gonna come in at? Because I feel like it ain't getting no better. Like, you will meet a motherfucker, be doing all this relationship shit with a motherfucker. Let's be real. You will be doing everything that a relationship, every component of a relationship, but don't have the title of relationship.
Oh yeah, that's bad now.
What?
That's bad now.
That is crazy. And I know.
Nah, we ain't together, but we together.
From my personal experience, and like you said, it ain't no shade to nobody, bro. We doing everything in a relationship. You mean folks, you mean everything, but you want everything. You want me to pay for your shit, do this, do that, spoil you, this is that, label you every night, but bitch, you can't post me on social media.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
That's
like,
crazy.
Our generation got that shit bad. Like, then don't get me started on sneaky links. Like, shit is so backwards. You want to do everything that you not supposed to do with a sneaky link. Like,
if you want to do it behind closed doors instead of out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not even just that, like, sneaky links. People really ain't sneaky links no more. Motherfuckers be going on dates and shit with they sneaky links.
And seeing the shit.
And see, like, what the hell? Like, you supposed to be my sneaky link. A sneaky link is establishing in the beginning that we are just fucking around sneakily, like, type shit.
But you know, that ain't supposed to be done, so.
It really ain't.
That's why I feel like happening how it be happening.
To a point though, because I feel like if you single and
it's different.
You have sneaky links,
it's different.
That's totally different. But in a relationship, hell no, that shit ain't supposed to be done
at all.
That ain't supposed to be done. But that's where their honesty come in. And like, if you did fuck up, like this and this and that. So I got another question. Boom. Have you ever just been straight up honest with a girl and just told her off rip, like I cheat? Like, when it happened, not later, not her having to come back and find out. Did you tell her straight up, like, I cheated on you, this and this and that? If you have ever cheated.
No.
No? You've never cheated, or
no? I've cheated. But no, I only would say it if it come down to it, like I got caught. Like, if I'm caught, okay, yeah, like, yeah, this would happen, then I'll run it down, you know.
You serious?
I'm so serious. But that's my past life.
In your past, right?
Yeah,
you working
my
on
past,
it.
my
So
past,
you working
my
on
past.
you would not just be straight up honest with a girl. Like you wouldn't just tell her if you fucked up straight up.
No. Just because I want her security.
That is crazy.
Like if I can get you, then I'ma get you.
Right.
You feel me? Whatever I gotta do to secure it, then I'ma secure it.
Right.
So that's what fucked me up in my past.
In your past.
Just trying to secure somebody not even ready for what was to come with it. Like
right.
But that's past shit.
I feel like I feel it though. Like we've all been there. Like if you watch my motherfucking podcast and you sit up and be like, I ain't never. Yes, you have, bitch.
Yeah.
You've been.
Nah, for real. Don't
Yes,
even
you have,
lie.
bitch.
Can't lie.
You can't lie about it. You know what I'm saying? You've been dishonest in something, whether it was to the extent of cheating or something. You've told a story or two to keep a motherfucker around. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, we growing from it. And now where I'm in relationships or where I've been in, you know, lately and that shit, I don't care to be dishonest to your ass.
Yeah.
I feel like if I gotta lie to you and do all this extra shit, it's either to that point where we don't need to be together or I just don't want you like I thought I wanted you. Like, I don't need the security. You know what I'm saying? And at first, I definitely had that shit bad. Like, I remember, like, being in relationships and, like, talking to the next motherfucker and liking the next motherfucker. But I've been with this other motherfucker for 3 years, and I'm like, nah, I can't let that go because I don't want to see such and such with nobody else but me, and we've been together this long. So that's another thing. People be choosing like the history of a shit versus being happy and being honest. You know what I'm saying?
But then that mean it ain't true. Then
it ain't.
You know, history could go a long way.
Yeah.
But somebody could come in and make a quick conversation that you ain't even never had and catch your attention and.
But you know the thing is, motherfuckers in our generation, to be honest, they like what's comfortable for them. You know what I'm saying? And if you in a relationship where you know y'all lie, y'all cheat back and forth, and y'all got all this history type shit, they ain't gonna want to go to the next relationship where a motherfucker not having that shit. Like you gotta change, you gotta be challenged. Like a motherfucker don't like discomfort in our generation. We take that shit as oh hell nah. Like we like to stay comfortable. We like to keep motherfuckers like. Versus going and like you said, meeting a new motherfucker and just starting over. Like
you can't be stubborn to change though.
Yeah, you can't. You really can't.
You can't, because you don't know who you may meet. Like you can meet the love of your life the next day. Just
no, for sure.
But you never know. It could be y'all like total opposite shit. But y'all click like different aspects.
Yeah, and another thing is, like we had said earlier, we touched on this earlier. Lustful shit, like motherfucker. Our generation is so lustful, like, can't go without sex type shit. And don't get me wrong, all this shit important. I want a motherfucker, and it's my preference. I can't look at a motherfucker if you're not attractive. Like, if you are not attractive, I'm not finna look at you every day. Like, so that matters to me. Sex matters to me, you know what I'm saying, when I'm in a relationship. But however, it don't make the relationship, if that makes sense. I can be in a relationship and not be solely tied to sex or, well, sex is real important to me. It is though. My preference. That's how I feel connected to a motherfucker. But I say this, lust. I don't just lust over a motherfucker. Like I wouldn't go for the prettiest bitch in the room. Like, that's not what I'm doing. I'm not going for the motherfucker with the most money in the room type shit. I'm going solely off if we have a connection, if we vibing out. Like that's what. That's the point. That's what makes sense better though. Yeah, like so, if you got a connection.
Yeah, The lustful of the generation is just a mind thing. That's mind thoughts. You just wanna.
And it's social media too. Social media play a big ass part in why we be wanting the baddest bitch in the room. We looking at famous motherfuckers who have it. You're surrounded with bad bitches, so obviously they pairing up. You know what I'm saying? Like social media play a big role.
It do. People don't realize reality though.
Yeah, nah. But as a generation, because y'all know all my podcasts gonna give y'all jewels and tell y'all what we need to do, because ultimately we just, you know, I want to grow us as a whole. We getting older, like we ain't in. I know if you around our age, we ain't in college no more. Like we just time flying, so we got to get to a point where we, you know what I'm saying, we want to grow and change those things about ourselves type shit.
You got to like I said, you cannot be stubborn to change. Like. They come with anything, not even relationship wise. On any aspect, you never know what could happen. You just gotta be. You can't be stubborn to change.
Hell no.
You can't.
Cause 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be beauty in that shit. Like it's gonna be hard, but it's at the end of that shit, it's really beautiful. Like it's something that can be beneficial. And let's see what I got here. Okay, yeah. So basically, just talk about relationships as a whole, like as a generation. We almost hit our mark, but yeah, like, would you give anybody that's growing or anything some type of advice about it? Since you saying you in a better space when it comes to being honest with motherfuckers and not choosing lust for stuff or not choosing just to secure a motherfucker. Anybody watching this in the process of growing, what would you tell them? Like,
first you gotta start off with yourself. Don't go pursue or want to pursue somebody if you're not right within self. Being right within self could be anything. Physicality, emotional, mental, spiritual, however you may feel that can better you.
Right.
When working on self, then you'll be able to give yourself to somebody.
Right.
So that's something you got to work on before you give yourself to somebody. When you're ready to give yourself to somebody, you'll notice because you'll be more open to things that they're open to. Be ready to do more things that they're willing to do. And it got to go both ways. You got to be understanding. But it starts off with self. If you want to grow with somebody, start off with self first. Because a lot of people get into relationships without growing within themselves and try to grow with somebody.
Yeah.
That's not always healthy.
Yeah.
For some people, it does work.
Yeah, it works.
But that's not for everybody. That can't be the case for everybody. So I would say start working with self and then go into something that you want to pursue.
Right. I agree. And I would just say, like, as far as when it comes to relationships, to piggyback off what you said, self for sure. Like, you can't come into a relationship with a motherfucker that's fully healed, ready to go with all this type of different baggage. You know what I'm saying? You still dealing with exes and some more shit. You can't expect a motherfucker to be able to adapt to that.
Yep.
But I would say, like, just not be selfish either. Like, you can't come in a relationship trying to be selfish. Not with anything, because it's not just you. Like, it's two people now. You gotta work out two people. If you fuck up, be ready to take accountability, have accountability, and take what that lick that's coming to you if you fuck up. You can't sit in a relationship and think you finna fuck up and just not tell a motherfucker because you want that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Shit. So yeah, a lot of the relationship come with a lot of things and a lot of components, and I'm still working on working through this shit. Because relationships not easy.
It's not. And people fail to realize the relationships in high school are different from adult relationships. And you got in adult relationships, you got more than just school.
Right.
You got more things to take on. So mental health is very important in relationships coming into adulthood. Not saying it's not when you in high school, but it's stronger when you begin to grow up and realize, what's going on in front of you. So that can help relationships. You can't dwell on the past at all. You got to keep moving forward, especially when you meet somebody new.
Hell yeah. I feel like like you said, we not in high school no more. Like the shit a motherfucker was putting up with in high school.
Yeah.
I know from me personally.
Yeah.
I'm not putting up with that shit.
Yeah.
Like, you not finna come over here and think I'm finna just sit and let you text this person and I'm finna stay.
And it's kiddie. It's kiddie.
It's kiddie as fuck.
Some people haven't matured out of that though.
Yeah, hell no. That's the point of this podcast. Get out of that shit.
For
if
real.
You yourself, and this goes for niggas too, bro. Like, it's so many other people. If you fuck up and that person do not want you anymore, you gotta eat that shit. You gotta take that
go.
That's gonna be your loss. You gotta take that L and just keep it pushing because you trying to keep a motherfucker, and you ain't gonna do shit but keep hurting the motherfucker.
Yep.
Keep hurting the motherfucker just because you fucked up from jump.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta just, if you really love a motherfucker, you gonna let him go.
If you truly care, you gonna learn from it.
You gonna learn from it.
You gonna learn from it.
And then you gonna let him go.
For real.
But I feel like it all just boiled back down to don't get in a relationship you ain't ready.
Nah, for real.
And I know it's probably a lot of people like me. I'm a relationship bitch. Like, I don't really want to just hop from this person to that person to that person. I would very much so rather be in a relationship. That's who I am. I'm a relationship person. Like, I feel like I've been in a relationship since I've been dating motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, I always, if I like a motherfucker, I always like get in a relationship with them. So I feel like that's just who I am. Like, and it's other people that's really not a relationship person.
Yeah.
Would you say you're a relationship person or no?
I haven't been locked in since college, but I feel like now that I'm mentally mature to take on a relationship, I think I'm ready. Like, but I haven't
Had one.
I haven't pursued. No, I've pursued people, but that was in the growing process.
Right.
So now that I've grown, I haven't pursued anything. I'm the pieces ain't been the people that I've been talking to. The pieces ain't all there yet, and what I want. Because if I want somebody, it gotta be something I want too, not just something that they want.
Right. And it goes back to earlier.
Yeah.
Like y'all gotta that attraction, that vibe gotta be there. Y'all gotta both have valuable traits. Like y'all both gotta have valuable traits. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It
So
hand in hand.
I'm assuming you would rather a relationship.
Yeah, I would definitely. When I'm locked in, I'm gonna be locked in.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a lot of people out here that rather being single, like they rather to be single, like and just do what they want to do. But if you are single and you rather be single and you watching this podcast,
Yeah.
I feel like this probably ain't the podcast for you because it's basically just talking about in a relationship, like
True, but if you single, honesty still comes in hand because
it really just depends on what phase though. Cause let's think about it for real. Our generation single really don't give a fuck about being honest because they single. Like,
Yeah.
they doing what they want to do. They 9 times out
You
of
right.
10 fucking with multiple people.
Yeah.
Cause if you're not, why you single?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I would say it really wouldn't be. You could take some shit from the podcast.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
It's always something you can take
Yeah.
from it. It's always valuable information. But I feel like if you just dead ass single and you ain't interested in a relationship or you can't relate to the shit,
Yeah.
I don't know, shit.
But prepare yourself to be in a relationship.
Know what comes with a relationship. Like a relationship at our age is just so challenging. Like it's very challenging. I feel like people be sleep on how hard it really is to be in a relationship.
Especially
like, you got all
juggling
this
everything
shit.
else.
You got all this temptation and all this other shit around you. Like you got toxic. You trying to heal from yourself. Motherfuckers healing from themselves. You carrying shit from your last relationship. It is hard out
It's
here.
hard. It is hard.
It's hard. Like
You gotta find that one and lock in though.
you gotta find that one. So another question: how would you, if you had to describe that one, or how would you know if you found your one? Like you personally.
Me personally.
What would you say would be some shit like, oh yeah, that's the one?
First off, I'm big on communication. So if we could communicate off top, like back and forth, have a casual conversation, that's gonna catch me off guard. Of course, attraction, what you got on, how you dress, that definitely. But I'ma know I found the one. If we could communicate daily, not just the first time we meet and hit you up some. No, I want to communicate daily. If we could communicate daily and that open up to us going out. Let me take you here. Oh, let's go there. Then that's how you know when you got somebody,
Yeah.
when somebody's showing interest in you and you showing the same interest back, that's how I'm gonna know when that's the one. Like, okay.
I feel like I agree with you. Communication is very big, but my definition of communication is very much so different. Like, not me sitting and you talking and we not arguing type shit.
Yeah.
My communication is me saying something and you being able to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Me being able to articulate to where you can understand.
Yeah.
That's my thing of communication. And quite frankly, in this generation, it's hard to be able to have a motherfucker that truly understand what you're saying without them snapping. Truly understand what them without them getting offended type shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that would be my big thing in a relationship too. Let me think. How I know I found the one. Also, I'm just touch on it. I feel like I would know if I really truly found the one if shit don't change. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a strong believer in the cupcake phase should not change.
Yeah.
Like, y'all should still be la 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 la.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like that every day, but I feel like the
You
whole
don't feel
dynamic
like that,
of the
though.
relationship. Yeah, you
Yeah.
feel like you on cloud 9 type
Yeah.
shit. That's how I personally would describe me finding the one. It's
Yeah.
consistently just, even when it's bad, I'm looking at you like,
Yeah.
I love your ass.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still on cloud 9. Like, not it's just being, for the first year I met you was being nice. Now you a totally different person. type
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I would say
Okay.
as far as like finding the one.
I can agree with it. You gotta continue the same thing that you started. You know.
Hell yeah.
You can't just get comfortable.
The best thing I ever heard in my life is like, you both people should be still treating your partner as if you're trying to still get them. Motherfuckers get so comfortable and then get mad when they bitch get took.
Buying food on a everyday or occasion, that ain't No.
Take you know, that ain't what I mean.
That
ain't treating me as if you're still trying to get me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just not being
thoughtful. It gotta be thoughtful.
Thoughtful shit. Like how you was in the
same shit. Yeah, the same impression you applying. That's what's gonna keep somebody. Yeah. Not just being casual and cool with it. I'm cool with it. Nah.
You can't be at a standstill. And I know it's a lot of people. I'm not ever agreeing with a motherfucker, you know, cheating or doing no shit like that. But that do root from a lot of shit. Motherfuckers don't be being honest, you know. Hey, babe, I don't know what's going on, but something off in a relationship, I don't feel like how I felt at first, but I'm willing to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't be doing that shit because they be trying to just secure a motherfucker and then get mad when motherfucker go get that shit somewhere else.
It come with maturity though. You gotta be mature. It got, like I said, that's a mental thing. If you still got a mental blockage from your past relationship, then you're not ready to be here right now.
Right. You gotta have emotion.
You gotta mature from that. That's why you can't. I mean, you can, but if you're not open to change, don't bring that to somebody else, because you just passing it off to that person and that is gonna keep carrying. So you gotta be open to change. If you gonna come in a relationship you just fucked up about the last relationship that just happened, come open to this relationship. Don't bring the same traits or characteristics of this relationship to this, because this somebody new.
You feel me? And sometimes though, I'm gonna be real. Sometimes we don't notice when we bring those traits up.
You don't.
That's why it's important to listen to your partner. If they telling you something, it's probably not to just spite you or to argue all the time. They probably truly see something that you bringing over to the next relationship. And I know personally for me, I don't mind putting my, little slight business out there because I feel like it can help somebody.
Yeah.
I was in an abusive relationship, right?
Yeah.
And in a lot of relationships I've been in, I notice myself when I get real worked up, the first thing I think of is like, I'm finna push your ass.
Yeah.
I be having to stop myself like, I got that shit from when I was in an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Never thought about putting my hands on nobody before until that relationship.
Yeah.
So those are traits that you might have that you never probably think that you have.
Yeah.
When somebody bring that shit to your attention, and I know that shit was brought to my attention, I had to sit back like, damn, I do be spazzing on you.
Yeah.
Like whether I'm physically hitting you
yeah.
or I'm shoving you, mushing you, I shouldn't be doing none of that shit.
Yeah.
Like that's something that was brought to my attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's a good point. Like, be ready to work through those traits if you are bringing some of those traits to the new
You gotta be open. You gotta be open to it. Let me work with you.
Yeah.
That come with maturity in a relationship. And that sometimes make relationships grow. If you learn somebody and they open to what you trying to learn and you open to what they trying to learn about you, that's gonna grow the relationship.
For sure.
It can't be let me help you. Like if you, for example, you fucking with somebody, you know they got a lot of baggage, but you still there with them, cause you know they got that baggage, but you don't wanna, you don't wanna let them go, or you just there to help them out. That shit gonna fuck you up mentally.
Yeah, cause you can't. I had to learn that shit too. Like, and it's crazy because this is how I know I'm really getting older. The experiences that I had, you can't just fully take on somebody else's baggage and just be like, I want to change you, I want to help you, I want to help you, I want to help you, because eventually. They're not pouring back into you. You just pouring into an empty fucking cup and you giving all your shit to help that person, and now that person fully hydrated and you dehydrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's a great ass point. You can't take on somebody all they fucking baggage. At some point, it might hurt. Like, damn, I genuinely love you. I genuinely want to help you.
You gotta let it go.
But you gotta let it go because you gonna see yourself with nothing. And then guess what? It's gonna happen. The shit that they was doing or the shit they was working on, then bounced off on your ass. Now you started your whole healing process over again. So that really is a good way to grow yourself and heal yourself. Know when it's time to cut some shit out.
Let it go.
Know when it's time to let shit go, because holding on to some shit can hurt worse than letting it go.
Yep.
It's just like a rope. If I'm constantly pulling at a rope, that shit giving me burns.
Yep.
It'd probably just be easier just to let that bitch go.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, I feel that, like.
And it may not come easy. But once you finally let it go and you realize, like, it's gonna be something that click in your head, like, this ain't it. Like, I gotta let it go. And once you let it go, it might hurt. It might cause you to feel a certain type of way. But once you do with it and y'all go y'all separate ways, That's not, you know, that if it's toxic, it's not somebody you can continue to talk to. You can't,
you
can't be friends with somebody you was in a toxic relationship with.
And I feel like that just go back to say, like, you gotta be honest with yourself. You gotta be honest with your partner. Like, you can't try to have that security of a motherfucker. You can't keep trying to hold on to some shit that's just not seeming to click. Like, and it sometimes takes time. I've seen relationships grow over time to where, you know what I'm saying, damn. But at some point, if a motherfucker not giving you what you get putting out, and you constantly find yourself putting out, this for anybody. If you feel like you overdraining yourself, you got to let that shit go. You can't choose security over being honest with yourself and that person. It might hurt both of y'all to let it go, but at least you can go out into some shit saying, hey, I was honest. Like, I literally have an ex that we dead ass just simply like agreed, like, hell nah, this shit not gonna work. Like, and it was like I've never exited a relationship like I exited that one. Like, it was just like damn, this shit not gonna work. But ultimately, that shit, we didn't leave with no ill will. It wasn't like no toxic shit. It was just us both being honest. Like, we not where we was at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's not try to keep holding on to each other because we was together for 3-4 years. Let's just let it go.
It's maturity, though.
It's maturity. It's very much so maturity. Like, and all the shit that you learn from your like all the shit you experience from your past relationships, understand those things. Don't just keep going to the next relationship and not understand
You can't. Sometimes they come with pride too.
Pride is a whole different thing.
It is.
Like,
you gotta learn. You can't learn to be too prideful.
You can't. And you can't always feel. I feel like pride, stubbornness, and feeling attacked all the time go hand in hand. Like, you gotta get to the root of the fucking issue. Like, and it's just within myself too, because I got that shit bad too. Sometimes I be finding myself like, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But I have to look within and get to the root of the issue. Like, why am I doing this shit? Like, you can't. They just goes back to self. If you're not willing to work on self, don't even go in a relationship.
Yeah.
Or tell them, hey, I need a break. Let's work on this. You know.
Yeah.
So honesty. I would say honesty over security. Our generation got to get to a point where we honest with ourselves, people around us, the person you with. Like, you can't keep trying to hold on to some history, and it's hard.
It is
hard. It's so hard because I am a motherfucker that hates seeing we breaking up. I don't want to see you with nobody. But you really just got to get to a point where you just like, it's not worth holding on to.
It ain't.
You know what I'm saying? So we is at our literally 2-minute mark. We hit that right at 2 minutes. Cool. You know what I'm saying? We gonna wrap it up. You got anything else you want to say to the camera? Any advice? Anything you want to get off your chest about this topic? Anything?
I'ma just say choose honesty over security. It's gonna give you the best feeling ever. Don't let nobody just lie to you and play you in your face and you accepting it, cause that means you accepting manipulation. Be honest with yourself and be willing to take honesty, and regardless of how it's gonna come out back like towards you. Just be willing to take it. However you react to it is your reaction. I would say if you're gonna be mature and honest, if you're gonna be mature in honesty, be ready for an honest reaction.
Hello.
So.
Ooh, you should have came with that shit up. For real. Especially the manipulation, because you feel me?
Yeah.
That's a good point. An apology without change is manipulation all the way around the board. Know your limits. Know when it's time to let some shit go. Do not choose security over honesty. Be honest with yourself, because at the end of the day, you gonna hurt yourself if you keep trying to hold on to a motherfucker. And that's literally the advice I have for motherfuckers.
That's it.
Get to a point where you mature, where you ready to do that background work, or what they call it, shadow work.
Yeah.
And fix stuff. Like, that's the only advice I got to y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got any social media you want to shout out?
Follow me on Instagram at Illustrious Des. Illustrious Des with 3 S's at the end. Go follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter, Illustrious Des, DES at the end. And y'all can fuck with me on them.
Okay, y'all know my social medias. They in the intro video. We gonna call this show a wrap. And thanks for watching.
They know